So this is Test 1 Review Part B, Question 7. So here we have two inequalities and we need to graph them and find the solution set. So let's label them inequality 1, inequality 2. Let's do the first one. So let's write it out. So it doesn't look like it's in the form y equals mx plus b. So let's put it in that form. Okay? So if I look at this side, the y needs to be alone. If I pretend the y is me, this is my best friend that's close. I do a heart, that's my best friend. And my neighbor's kind of far away. If I have to get rid of one of them first, do I get rid of my neighbor or my best friend first? Yeah, you keep your best friend, get rid of the neighbor first. So, if I want to move him to the other side, I have to do the opposite. This is plus x, so I'm going to do minus x to both sides. And now I have 2y, and here I should write the x term first to make it look like this. So let's write this first and put this after. But because there's no sign in front of the 4, it's really positive 4, which means we can write it as plus 4. Now we still need the y by itself, and if we look, we have that 2 in front. This says 2 times y. What's the opposite of times? Yeah, divide. So if I do 2 over 2, same over same, that's equal to 1. And it sort of gets rid of that 2. But if we divide this side by 2, lazim, I must divide these terms also by 2. So that makes 1. That's 1y. And what number's hiding up here? Yeah, there's really a 1 hiding up there. So let's check on our calculator to see if we can make that more simple. So I have minus 1 over 2. That's a half. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can make this more simple. So that's 4 over 2. 2. There. So now it looks like this. But we don't really need the 1 there, so I can erase it. Okay, he's hiding, but now y is alone. So here, this is my y-intercept, and this is my slope. Okay, this is where I start the point. I put my starting point here, and then my slope says, now the top number, remember, it's about up and down, but because it's negative, it means down, and the bottom number is left and right. And because he's positive, it means to go right. Okay? So we start and we put our point at positive 2 on the y-axis. So 1, 2. And then it says, go down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Now, I have to draw my line. Oh, wait a minute, is it going to be solid or dashed? Because I see a solid line, I'm going to draw a solid line. And let's do it in pink. Let's do this one pink. Solid. And let's label it 1, because this is my first line. And now we have to substitute 0, 0 in. You can pick any point you want, but because 0, 0 is not on the boundary line and it's an easy point, I just like using 0, 0. Makes my life easy. Let's substitute it into this inequality. Wherever you see the x and y, put zeros. Now we use brackets here because this is 2 times y. So I put brackets. This is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. So I'm going to read it this way. So pretend I'm walking. This is me walking. La 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 la. And I have 0, and then I have the big side of that sign. So 0 is bigger than 4. 0 is bigger than 4. Is 0 bigger than 4? Is 0 bigger than 4? Is 0 bigger than 4? No, that's false. So that means when I take this point and substitute it into that inequality, it's false. That means all these points are false and all these points are true. So what side should I color? True or false? Yeah, we always color the true side. So let's make lots of nice lines. There, I color that side. Let's do the next one. Number 2. Number 2, 4x minus y is greater than negative 4. It doesn't quite look like y equals mx plus b, so let's make it look like that. Let's get y by itself. So here, there's really a 1 hiding. So I have to get rid of the 1 and the 4. Who do I get rid of first? Yeah, the one that's far away, like the neighbor. Okay, so that's like the neighbor, so we're going to get rid of that. So we're going to do minus 4x minus 4x. So now I'm left with 1y minus 1y. I have to write the x term first because when it is in the slope-intercept form, we write that first. And then we write this after. Okay, that goes here and this goes here. Now we need to get y by itself. If we look, we still have that negative 1 there. That's negative 1 times y. What's the opposite of times or multiply? Divide. So we divide it by the same thing. So if this is minus 1, you do minus 1, because if minus 1 divided by minus 1, that's equal to 1. And it sort of makes that number disappear. So here, this becomes 1y. But I have to do, if I divide this side by negative 1, I have to divide everything on this side by negative 1. So now, oh wait a minute, there's a rule. When I divide something by a negative number, I must flip the sign. So if it's going this way, I have to make it go that way. I'm going to flip the sign here. Let's see if I can make this more simple. Yep, just a 4. Let's see if we can make this more simple. Oh, it's the same thing. Look, same. So that's plus 4. Okay, so now this is my y-intercept. That's where I start, my starting point. And that's my slope. And that's 4. But it's not a fraction. It needs to be a fraction, so I have to put it over 1. Because it's positive, it means up. And because this is positive, it means right. Okay? So we put a point at positive 4 on the y-axis. And then it says go up 4, right 1. Up 4, and right 1. So now, is it, oh, wait, is it solid or dashed? Because I see a solid line, it's going to be solid. Now, I'm pretty bad at drawing straight lines, so I'm going to do another point down here. It looks like an L. It goes over 1 and down 4. I'm going to do it again. There. Just so I can have some more points, so I can draw a relatively straight line. And it's solid. So let's do a solid line. That's line number 2. Okay. Now I have to decide what side to color. So is 0, 0 on the boundary line? Nope. So I can substitute that in to my inequality. There. So wherever there's an x and y, I just put zeros. Now because this is 4 times x, I need to put brackets. Here I don't need it. So 4 times 0 is 0. So if I'm walking this way, this is me, I'm walking, and I hit the 0 first, and then I touch the big side of the sign. So I say 0 is bigger than negative 4. Is 0 bigger than negative 4? Is 0 bigger than negative 4? Yeah, that's true. So now, I look at line number 2, I cover it, because it's hard to see sometimes if you're looking at a graph with lines already on it. So when I took 0, 0 and I substituted into the inequality, it was true. So that means this point is true. That means all these points on this side are true. and all the points on this side are false. So what side do I color? The true or the false side? I'm going to color the true side. So keep the pencil there to help you see. We're going to color the whole side, the right side of this pencil. There. So now we're looking for the section that has two colors. Right here, see how it has pink and blue here? This only has blue, this only has pink, that has nothing. So this is the solution set, because if I take any point from here and substitute it into these inequalities, both of these will be true, because we have two colors, pink and blue. So I color this. This is my solution set. Okay?